Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Unorthodox Vegan. My name is Sean Gold and this is episode number 46. Today we're going to be making some energy bark. It's a real simple, fun recipe. Now this one also comes from the SRAG, the Environmental Sustainability Rotary Reaction Group 15-day challenge. This is day 8. I kind of took a detour last week for the chicken wings because I really loved those and they were awesome. Anyway, last week I wanted to make this energy bar, but before we do that, I have a couple of things I want to talk about. I want to talk about the foraging. This is summertime. It is a great time to be foraging, and I have been out foraging in my neighborhood and picking up all these wonderful, gorgeous plums that are ripe, and these gorgeous apples. I have a whole fridge full of apples. I've been making applesauce for a while, but these ones are nice and ripe and great to just take out as a snack, and they're free. Just pick them off the local trees that we have here in our neighborhood. Now, you may not have local trees in your neighborhood that grow apples, but there's some probably in your community somewhere that you can just go pick. We have tons in this community, not only in our local community here, but throughout the lower mainland of British Columbia. Lots of parks that are city parks, municipal parks, and have trees that have pears, apples, all kinds of wonderful fruit, plums. And you can just go pick them because they're just going to fall on the ground and the rats will get them or whatever will get them. But might as well get them for yourself. Better than having them rot there on the ground. Anyway, today we're going to be making this energy bark. And the energy bark is real simple. I'm going to do a really short recipe. All it includes is a cup of pumpkin seeds, half a cup of sunflower seeds, and a quarter cup of sesame seeds. Now these are all unsalted. So it's going to be throwing that into this bowl, adding in a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of ginger, a pinch of salt. We'll be adding in a teaspoon of vanilla and a half a cup of maple syrup. We'll be putting it in the oven at 325 degrees for 25 minutes, and we'll bring it out and see how it tastes. This is going to be a quick recipe, so I'm only going to spend a few minutes on that. You'll see how it goes. We'll do a taste test, but I'm also going to be adding in a 4-minute video at the end that I've created on climate change. As you may have known, if you've listened to or watched my other videos before, I'm a climatarian. This is all about the climate for me and doing what you can to solve and save the planet. So I've made a 4-minute video that I would really like you to watch. So I'll be including that in this broadcast or this episode. So stay tuned. Back in a bit. Okay, here we go. It says make this up. This is real simple. So that's your cup of pumpkin seeds, half a cup of sunflower seeds, and a quarter cup of sesame seeds. None of these are roasted. These are all just done all unsalted, as I mentioned earlier. Putting in a teaspoon of cinnamon, and let's get that in there. And half a teaspoon of ginger. This is ground ginger, as opposed to fresh ginger. And I like ginger, but I'm still only going to put in what the recipe calls for. And I'm just going to mix that around a little bit, just get it all mixed up. Not very difficult. This is a very simple recipe, and this is more for fun. This is intended to be for kids and stuff like that, so you can have some fun with it. And I'm going to be putting in a teaspoon of vanilla. I got my teaspoon here. And this is a pure vanilla extract. And a half cup of maple syrup. So let's just get this in here. And that's about it. Let's get that all in there. And it calls for a pinch of salt. So I'm just going to put in a pinch of salt. I'm going to mix that together and then spread it out on a cookie sheet and pour that out. Let's see how this goes. Now I'm just going to spread it out nice and thin, but not too thin. I want it to be bark, so it has to have some depth to it. If it doesn't have any depth to it, it doesn't really form that bark, which you can break up into chunks. So, all right. So that's what we got. I'm going to throw that in the oven for 25 minutes. Back in a bit. While we're waiting for the energy bark to bake, I thought it's a good opportunity to show you that video I talked about. It's a 4-minute video on climate change that I thought you might appreciate. Appreciate any feedback you might have. Enjoy. You have a choice. Earth is our home. our only home. And because of deforestation and greenhouse gas emissions, the planet is heating up, and it's overheating. The last 10 years have been the warmest 10 years in recorded history. The trend does not look good, and the impact is deadly. Extreme conditions result in extreme wildfires, even when naturally caused, due to the higher temperatures and drought conditions. A longer hurricane season with more powerful hurricanes are driven by a warming ocean. Extreme weather also causes extreme temperatures, resulting in flooding and heat waves. The death toll due to heat, smoke, flooding is increasing dramatically. You have a choice: give up or fight. There are at least 10 things you can do personally to help fight climate change. Number 1, reduce or eliminate air travel. This is often the single most impactful action for individuals who fly regularly. A single round-trip international flight can produce more emissions than a year of driving for many people, and cruise ships are much worse. The effect is immediate and significant. Number 2, switch to a plant-based diet. The environmental impact of meat and dairy production, especially beef, is enormous. Shifting to a plant-based diet can cut the food-related portion of your carbon footprint by over half, making it one of the most powerful changes you can make to your daily life. Number 3, drive less and use alternative transportation. Transportation is one of the largest sources of greenhouse gas emissions for most households. Cutting back on driving, switching to an electric vehicle, or using public transit and cycling can lead to a substantial reduction in your personal carbon footprint. Number 4, improve home energy efficiency and switch to a renewable energy source for your home. Together, these actions address the second largest source of emissions for most households: heating and electricity. Insulating your home and switching to renewable energy sources can lead to a very large and lasting reduction in your emissions. Number 5, reduce, reuse, and recycle. This action has a broad impact, reducing the energy and resources needed to produce new goods. While the impact per item is small, the cumulative effect of a more conscious consumption lifestyle is significant. Number 6, use energy-efficient appliances and lighting. This is a powerful and often easy way to reduce your home's energy consumption. Replacing old appliances and switching to LED light bulbs can lead to a noticeable reduction in your electricity use over time. Number 7, reduce food waste. Food waste has a significant impact, not only because of the methane it produces in landfills, but also because of the emissions and resources used to produce and transport the food in the first place. Number 8, reduce water usage. Using less hot water reduces the energy needed for heating, and conserving water overall lessens the energy required for purification and pumping. Number 9, support sustainable companies and policies. While difficult to quantify, by supporting the right companies and policies, you can amplify your impact beyond your own household and help create real change. And finally, number 10, use reusable shopping bags, water bottles, whatever else you can. While this is a great habit to have and a visible sign of environmental consciousness, the real power of these actions is in promoting a mindset of reducing consumption. Your voice matters. Speak out. Talk with your friends and families about your concerns for them, for yourself, and for your future. Contact your elected officials and share your concerns. Attend public rallies and forums. You'll be surprised how many other people share your concerns. You can't save the earth alone, but you can make a difference. I have 4 adorable grandchildren, and I refuse to give up on them. What about you? Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that video. I've taken the energy bark out of the oven and let it cool for 10 minutes. I can actually, it's a little warm on the bottom there. It's actually got it ready to go. I'm going to break it up, but I thought, hey, I'll see if I can lift it up first from the Teflon base, and it's making a nice little, yeah, it's coming off nicely. Let's see if we can get this. You can see where it's spread out naturally, and it's got the maple syrup is kind of holding that all together. It's still a little warm and a little tacky. I might just let that cool a little bit, but I've got to break off a piece and taste it. So let's see how this is going. I mean, it looks great. Let's see how this goes. Oh, chewy with that maple syrup. Very flavorful. All the nuts, the sesame seeds, the sunflower seeds, and the pumpkin seeds are all nicely roasted. Have a lovely flavor. That is delicious. Grandkids are going to love that. I'm taking them on an outing tomorrow. Anyway, simple and easy to make. If you have any questions, you can always email me on my email address up here, vrcompanions@gmail.com. And of course, I really appreciate it if you'd follow me on my YouTube channel. That's www.youtube.com/the_unorthodox_vegan. Until next time, my name is Sean Gold. Have yourself a great day. Bye for now.